Okay, listen to them. If nothing else, it's great just watching the planes, to be fair. Anyway, okay guys, we're back out on the rocks. We've come down to Anglesey. Just had this little pouting. Second species of the trip. Already had one of these, so let's get him straight back. We've had 4 cork wings, missed a bite, and that is 6 bites, one after the other. I've had to put the phone on the tripod because it's just constant. I'm probably gonna have to bring this rod in to set up the big rods because it's like I said, 6 casts, it's gone within 2 seconds every time. So, but yeah. So anyway, we've come to Anglesey. And we're hoping for some more species. I'd really like got the big rods with me. Got some crab, got some squid. We've got ragworm, and I've had a little go on the lures already. When I got here, there was a couple of fish topping, but I'll try again later as it's going dark. We're fishing till about, well, we're fishing till probably about dark, 10 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, so hopefully we get a few. Like I said, the minis have started straight away, and yeah, try and get the big rods ready now and see what we can get. So this is actually day 4 of fishing in a row. Day 1 was the sturgeon. That's video's already on the channel. Day 2 we went in search of our 45th species of the year, crucian carp, and we managed them. I didn't do a video, I just took some pictures, so while I'm talking and getting ready with the big rods ready in between these bites, another one here. Yeah, I'll put the pictures over of what I caught. That was at Wepper Park, great little venue, cracking day on the float. It was a bit slow for me. I did manage 5 crucians though, not enough to make a video and stuff, so that's why I'm just putting it in with this one, just to keep the species hunt up to date. And then the following day, yesterday, I went to Talacre. First I remortgaged the house to get some peeler crab. Absolutely shocking. And then yeah, it's about an hour walk in the soft sand with all your gear, and I blanked. Did the 2 hours before low, 2 hours 2 hours before, 2 hours after, and yeah, another hour home, back another hour walk home in the soft sand, and yeah, nothing to show for it. Absolutely gutted. Went to my mum's for a brew, drove to Kimmel Bay to fish high. Hour before, hour after, nothing. It was dead. Someone else was there, they weren't catching. So yeah, went home. Anyway, today hopefully we have better luck. And so we did get that crucian, so we're up to 45. So we're looking for our 46th species of the year today. First fish of the trip. As soon as we put the ragworm down, we've had a little cork wing. Rod was only in 1 minute and it was going straight away. Third species of the trip, little pollock. That's a much bigger one. Colours in this fish, absolutely stunning. Let's get him back. 4 species of the trip, I think now. Little ballan wrasse, getting back. So, just had a bite on the little baited feathers, and it got snagged up. When it's come back, it was getting more bites. I think something has just come and just bit that off. The state of that, well gruesome. I think it looks like a shanny. Yeah, wonder what's down there that's done that. So I brought me Fox water bucket with me. This is becoming a really important bit of kit for me. I think I'm going to take it everywhere I go. And basically here it's quite awkward to get water, to get down to clean your hands, if you need to clean the fish, or I could even put a mini in there while I'm sorting something out or whatever. Maybe I've got two and I could put one in there while I'm photographing the other one. But yeah, it's a really good bit of kit, and with the rope, you know, with the string attached to it, you can just chuck it, let it sing, and you've got your water. It is a really useful bit of kit. Well guys, 5th species I think, and possibly a new one for me. I'll have to check with the experts when I get back, but he is cool. They got them like fins here at the bottom. It's like it almost looks like a sucker, but I think that is a different type of goby. The rock goby, if I'm right, has got the orange here, so I'll check when I get back home, but I'm really hoping that that is actually another species. I think there's the black goby. I know there's like a leopard print. Anyway, they've got a sun. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right, quite right, but yeah, he is cool. Let's get him back and we'll check when we get home. So we've just had an just had another one of those gobies. Really hoping that is another species. I'll be absolutely made up if it is. Biggest ballon of the trip. Biggest fish of the trip so far. It's like a greeny coloured one. Don't think I've ever had one this colour before. Stunning fish. Let's get him back. Now, but I've changed over to a bigger lure. I think it's called a Sidewinder, I'm not sure. Still got these little size 16 sand eel feathers on. Basically to the left of here, I think a fish struck on the surface over there. So I had a few casts. Anyway, 3 casts in a row. I've picked up some very small pollock just in here in front, and then I just realised gonna get a live bait out basically. So I brought one of the big rods in, set it up with a float. We'll try and catch one of these now. I bet they're gone now, but I had 3, 2 at a time on the first cast. Typical, isn't it? I hope they haven't gone, or it was just I've had them. Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. So we're going to pop him on, little pollock. So this is turning into into a very frustrating session, if I'm honest. The minis have been great. It's a bite chuck, and if that is a different goby, then I'll take that. Believe it, makes the 4 hour round trip, makes it worth it for me. That's how much I'm a bit obsessed with the species hunt at the minute. Yeah, but anyway, the big rods are driving me potty. I started off with mackerel and crab. The mackerel and the crab were getting stripped really quickly, so I was changing them over, you know, as often as I felt it needed to be. And anyway, but not a tap, not a bite, just the crabs stripping the baits. And then I brought in one of the big rods. I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a mackerel head in close, see if we can pick up a conger. And then, as I've just said in a video, I've got a float out there. I'm trying to keep an eye on that with the live bait on. And then, whoa! Sea trout just came clean out of the water. Right, let's get this rod out and let's get the lure back there. Yeah, anyway, I'm trying everything I can. Now I've got a live bait out there. So yeah, let's see what we can do, and let me get that lure rod on that trout over there. That's the second time it's come out. I didn't actually see it before, but I just saw it then. It was a sea trout. So the big rods are done now. Bring them in. Haven't had a thing. Haven't even had a bite. Who comes sea fishing in North Wales and doesn't catch a dogfish, honestly? Just a crab stricken in the bait. They stopped though halfway through the session. Yeah, so the minis, it wasn't fishable. The current was pulling me into the... There was too much weed basically, but it's fishable again now, so we're just having a few more goes in the minis. The big rods are in, like I said, and yeah. It is just constant bites on these minis. Well guys, can't lie, feeling sorry for myself. Well, I was. And then we've just had this. My first ever, and a new one for the species hunt. Tom Pot Blenny. Yeah, never had one before. He has got, they haven't, they're not coming up, they have like a almost like whiskers here, but yeah. Anyway, he's a cool fish. Get him in focus. So I don't know where all the wrasse have gone, but again, yeah, I'm saying rock goby. I'm gutted I didn't bring me viewing tank today. Would have been ideal for these fish. But yeah, we've had one of them anyway, so yeah, looks like the species hunt is either now on 46 or fingers crossed 47. If it's 47, then we're back. I can't see that I should be able to get 50. The coarse fish, I think I've pretty much done them now. It's gonna have to be sea fish, I think, to get me to 50. So yeah, anyway, a few more casts with this and then I'm gonna pack it in. So that's it now for this angry little fella. Biggest goby of the trip. So that's 6 days fishing done. Yeah, quite frustrating really. If it wasn't for the species hunt, I definitely would be sat here saying it was frustrating. I drove nearly 20 hours, so the results, if I wasn't in the species hunt, wouldn't be worth it, I guess. We finished with 5 new species for the species hunt, 3 of which I've never caught before. So I've never had a sturgeon, a black goby, and a tom pot before. I love the name Tom Pot as well, and the fish I think suits the name perfectly. A fantastic fish, really chuffed to get that one. I caught my 2nd and 3rd ever bass. I've only ever had one before. I also went carp fishing for a couple of hours on the top, still trying to catch a grassy. That was a frustrating session with the wind, but I managed a couple of cracking little commons, great fighters, and off the top, it doesn't matter how big they are, I just absolutely love it. So I'll put that footage in now. Well, they've been super frustrating on the top, but we finally got one. Let's do a quick video. Slipping back. I think there's a koi out there. So just put a load more food out. Koi pellets. I'll be made up if we get a koi. Around the week off, we went to 2 more sea fishing trips. Went to Barmouth, and with the hope of a turbot and a bass. Now, I think the conditions were too rough. I was told about the weed, and I was also told that it gets better an hour before and after high tide. Now, I'm glad I knew that bit of information, because I got there and it was unfishable. As soon as you cast out, it was just piles of weed. It was an absolute nightmare. It's a nearly 4-hour round trip for me, and I was thinking I'm going to be driving home here within an hour of getting there. But stuck with it. I moved up onto the top and then later on it was much better. and yeah, managed 2 bass, so I'll put that footage in now. Well guys, we've got one. It didn't look good, but we've got it's my second ever bass, and it's a new one for the species hunt. So it's it was a bit deep hooked, I'm going to get it straight back now. Right, I've given up holding the fin. Second bass of the trip. Right, wriggler. Right. Let's get it back. Yeah, and to round the week off, I had to go down to Carnarvon, and while I was there, I took a rod with me and had to go off the pier, and I was hoping for another species, but I caught loads. I must have had a dozen. They're all cork-wing wrasse. They're like the dogfish of the mini species for me. Can't seem to get through them. One thing I have noticed though, I don't know if this is a thing where, because they're quite territorial, I don't know if once you've caught a few of the wrasse from that area, whether that's then you get other species, because quite often I've done that. It's all these little cork-wing wrasse, then all of a sudden they seem to drop off and you catch in other fish, the blennies and things like that. So don't know if that's a thing, let me know in the comments below. But anyway guys, yeah, a tough grueler of a week, very tiring. At the beginning of the week the heat was unbearable, but it's just cooled off nicely now, and it's just, yeah, happy days. But plenty more trips planned, and we're well on the way. That's 48 species now, so we're well on the way to 50, and I think, I don't know, dare I say 60, but yeah, got some special trips planned. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you'll join me in the next one. Tight lines guys, see you later. Bye now.